What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. You guys may have noticed that a lot of us got some free 95, 94 overall cards from EA Sports, primarily because of the Rookie Premiere, and some of you guys are trying to go as far as to create a whole nother card off of a power-up. Now, I want to point out a few things, right? As far as it goes with the Nick Bosa, it's very, very tempting, and I'm going to explain to you why. I have a 49er theme team, so it kind of works out for me to do that, but again, it's an additional amount of coins that you're going to have to spend for no reason at all. You may also see DeAndre Baker, Devin Bush, obviously, he's been there for a while. Josh Jacobs, who was way too slow, also got some upgrades. So you guys should have gotten your free cards if you were able to take advantage of the rookie premieres from Madden 19. Now, when we look at Nick Bosa, right? He has unbelievable upside. Right now, you know, obviously the 83 speed is a joke and all that stuff. We can get him up to an 86 speed if we were to power him up. The issue is this card does not go into the power up unless they change something, you know, from last year. The rookie premieres do not go into power ups because it's a dynamic card that changes. Now, remember this right here, it ends in February. So maybe EA Sports might do something like, you know, after February when it's set for its last card, maybe they allow us to put it in a power-up. But as far as like the dynamic, any dynamic card, for instance, the cards that upgraded during the season as the teams got victories, those cards weren't eligible for upgrade sets, you know, like to put in the power-ups. So even with like the gauntlet, you can't put them in power-up. So I don't really expect that this guy at this point should be able to go into a power-up, but it's an opportunity that if you are trying to create the ultimate 49er theme team, you might have thought of. I'm gonna tell you right now, no, just don't do it. It doesn't make any sense to do it because number one, you paid for everything already in 19. So you're getting this like as a bonus. You know, it would be better if they gave us the opportunity to make him OP, but it's just not in the cards. And I don't want you guys to think that it's okay to just keep dumping money into the game. It just doesn't make any sense. We're going to go ahead and look at some of the other things that go into it. Now, some of you guys were saying like, yeah, but Gmia, we could use a power-up pass. We could do different variations. Yeah, you can. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a New York Giant fan, you got Danny Dimes, now you got a 90 speed guy. This dude is kind of garbage though, but it don't really matter. That's not what it's about. Devin Bush is a stud though. Chris Lindstrom, that dude's a monster. Josh Jacobs, like the dude could, bro, my grandmother on crutches without her walker could run faster than this guy. So, you know, I don't know if you wanted to go that route. I'm just kind of giving you guys some insight into what's going on. Now we're going to jump into the part where, you know, I saw you guys asking about it and it immediately told me, look, I got to make a video, let everybody know ultimately what it's about. Let me explain to you the only way that you would do that. If you went right now, right, and completed the set for very, very cheap and you got the 94 and you looked up the Nick Bosa power-up and you had suitable power-ups, power-up passes to bypass some of the things that go into a set, maybe, okay, like, and it's just the outright maybe you would do it. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, with the way that this is, right, he has very, very cheap cards leading up to it. I think they gave him like a garbage card, like a 90 something, right? It was a straight trash card. The stats that, yeah, the 91. The stats didn't go to, you know, what he actually was, so it was a joke. And then you have this one that they have at 341. Now, you could easily, what is that? Is that a future one? What are the future ones? The future one, he's a master, so you can't really pull him. I guess you would be able to go to the exchange, the sets, and complete it and do that. You're looking at like 700K, you know, with the actual training points in addition. Like, I don't know if I can justifiably say that that's okay, because that wouldn't be responsible on my behalf. Like, I'm like, yo, bro, yeah, it's all right. Like, you could let's look at some of the prices right now and see what you're going for. This dude is garbage. So 156. If you're willing to spend that, it is kind of desperate. I wouldn't, you know, go that far with it. But obviously, with the way that everything else is, you could take the chance and just buy them for 340, whatever, and see what happens. Please note with these, you know, you are going to get the players back as Nat, and then you could go back and do more re-rolling in the store, get more kindling, and keep doing that over and over again. So just to kind of explain to you why some of the prices are the way that they are, because many of you guys are like, yo, bro, I see that you buy the card outright and it's so cheap. Why is that cheap, but the cards that go into the set aren't? because everybody knows, well, most people know that you get them back as nat. You don't get the full value of the kindling, but you get a decent amount back where you could go back into the store and create a whole nother card that's a very high overall. So nobody's going to just give you anything for free. So when you look at this, it's probably going to cost you, well, this guy was like 2, this guy was like 150, so that's 350 plus whatever this guy is. All right, so you're looking at about 500K, right? Let's just say 500K for that. Now you get that card. Now you need the 91. That's 2 and change. That's 700. You need training. It's going to be a whole nother million coins. So is it really worth it to you that much to get +3 speed? You know, that's what you really have to analyze. Is it really worth it for that? If it is for you and you're a diehard 49er fan, I can't stop you, but I'm just letting you know, if you did have the actual rookie premiere, it doesn't make much sense to do it. As far as Julio Jones and everything like that goes, we didn't really have any of these guys in any of the rookie premieres, so it doesn't really matter. If you want Julio Jones, go after Julio Jones, grab him, do whatever. But ideally, you know, we're supposed to find ways to not spend money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. If we're gonna spend money, it has to make sense. So with the way that this is with Nick Bosa, logically, it makes no sense for you to go ahead and do that. If you decide to do it, you know, for whatever reason, and you want the +3 speed so that you could counteract like the Bruce Smith, you could wait. Let me explain what I'm talking about with that situation. If you wanted to, you know, Nick Bosa that bad, you could wait until actually all the zero chill things are out of the store and then do it. Then sell him and then use Nick Bosa in replacement of him. If you wanted it that bad. I just don't see it as a suitable way for me to explain to you guys, yeah, go do that. And just spend, you know, oh yeah, we got it free, but yeah, go still spend money like that. You know, it doesn't register well with me. I don't feel comfortable saying that. But if you have a guy like Bruce Smith, who's an 85 speed chemmed up, you know, for the most part, he's pretty good. But depending on the plays that people run, it doesn't really matter how strong these guys are or whatever. This guy's getting thrown down by anybody, like running backs. Like, it's stupid. But ultimately, Nick Bosa, he's a finesse move type player, right? The finesse move type players, I really, really love those players. It's sort of like this guy. I'm starting to realize after I got rid of Julius Peppers, remember when I was telling you guys that Michael Strahan was garbage and you guys were laughing at me? I understand that you guys were laughing at me because I did say he was garbage. He doesn't really have the same impact. And now I'm starting to see these finesse moves, like when you look at the icons that are above the players and you see, like, you know, what they stand for, like you see like how Alan Page has that, like it's like lines going forward, like little arrows, whatever. Those are gonna give you much more impact in game than these guys who have brute strength. It's kind of weird, and it took me some time to look at it. I'm like, why is Kevin Green always getting in? Like, why these guys always doing that? LT is the only guy that off the edge, he just does whatever he wants. Everybody else that like comes as far as D-line, they really, really make, like, they go crazy. So I'm very, very happy I didn't sell Julius Peppers' card, ideally simply because of that. Because I know eventually I'm going to have to go back to him. Now, you guys might be saying, but yeah, Gmia, these other guys have all the thresholds. Look at his finesse moves. Look at what's going on. Like, you know, look at his power moves. I understand all that. I'm just letting you know, based on like the eye test, Julius Peppers was screaming off the edge. And he had none of, like, if you look at the comparisons with these cards, you know, you can visibly see what I'm talking about. Strahan is so much of a better card than Peppers is right now. You know, like, he's a speed rusher type. You know, Julius Peppers, that's it. It's not, you're not really worried about the strength aspect. All these brute strength guys, though, that have all of the thresholds, for some reason, EA doesn't let them play the same way. I'm telling you this because I've seen it over and over again, and I've been getting asked a lot about it. Like, yo, what's the deal? Like, with John Randall, he's probably going to play along the lines of Alan Page. Remember when this guy was so OP? When his card was like the highest priced card for mad long and nobody knew why? It was like, yo, why is this guy's price so crazy? It's simply because of that. He has that's what he is. He's a finesse player. The finesse player have a discrete advantage. Like, it's so obvious that you know, that archetype is like a glitch in the game. So for us right now, for me, I'm very happy, like, yeah, bro, my overall 96, whatever like that, but I haven't seen the impact of what the players actually do on the field with that actual archetype. That's why with Nick Bosa, I could understand why you guys are like, yo, Gmia, should we do it? Should we do it? This is the situation, though. For the time being, with the way that he is right now, he's an 83 speed. Keep in mind, the +2, he gets the +1 from the power up, and then he gets +2 from Brawler or whatever I'm going to put on him, right? So he would go to 86 speed. When you compare him to everybody else, like Bruce Smith is an 85 chem, Michael Strahan 85 chem, you don't really feel like, yo, bro, he's not going to be that much of a difference because those guys got, 90s in all of the other thresholds. It's no way he's going to play better. He actually will. Like, realistically speaking, if he plays anything like the way Peppers was playing, the way like Alan Page plays, if he plays anything like that, it's a wrap. It's just absolutely a wrap. Like, nothing else really matters. I'm telling you right now that his card is better than his card is better than Bruce Smith's card. And you guys might be like, yo, what are you talking about? That's crazy. I know EA kind of messed up with his ratings and it doesn't add up to what he is, but just because of his archetype, he's gonna scream no matter what run plays, you blitzing everybody, he's gonna be more likely to get to the quarterback than Bruce Smith with all the thresholds. So that's the cause of concern for you guys. But still, with that all being said, I don't think that it's smart. Now, like I was saying before, where I was going about with the time being, you can do stuff like put him into the lineup and see how he plays. Like, if you have the rookie premier, you can put him in the lineup and just say, all right, let me see what Gmias is talking about. Let me put him in there. And you will see that he's more likely to make plays than everybody else that's on the field. Now, remember, Julius Peppers, I'm going to hold on to his 92 because, eventually he'll get another card and then, we'll go from there. He is going to be probably one of the most dominant players in the game. He's going to be so unbelievable because he's a speed rusher and, pretty much his archetype with the speed that he has, he's going to be unbelievable. So as you go forward right now and you look to figure out, like, what matters? What am I supposed to be doing? What are the best case scenarios? That's something that I would urge you guys to take a look at and kind of understand. Like, I can't explain it, but my blitzes and everything has been different since I removed Peppers from the lineup. So now, looking at the archetypes and understanding it, many of you guys that got the game later, you guys probably don't understand what I mean when I'm telling you that this guy, I think he was like a limited, right? Yeah, I think he was a limited. That's why you only see that and then this 91. But you know why people can get away with selling him for that? Because of his archetype. Now, his archetype simply makes him, like I said, because he has that archetype, that is enough for him to just cause major havoc. So pretty much with the way that everything has been with the game, that's ideally what you should be looking for. With the exception of the way that it works out with everybody else as far as, we got LT. LT, for me, is probably the only exception to the rule. And that's why I wanted it to, I wanted to thoroughly dissect it. That's why you guys come to this channel, for me to give you the insight into, like, what am I doing? What's my thought process to building the defense? Because they don't play the same. They just don't. Now, look, I want to point this out. Middle linebackers, don't worry about those guys. Because those guys, you need brute strength. You need, like, decent block shed. Patrick Willis is a monster. He does what he's supposed to do. He's fine. It's nothing wrong with him. It's the base guys that get you the time to get in there. That's the issue. So look, put it like this. If your four down linemen are all speed rusher archetypes, you're going to have a better chance against the run and the pass. All right? And I'm telling you that because I want you to understand why you'll see a difference. And remember, like I said, some of you guys are like, yo, you said Michael Strahan was garbage. I did. And I realize now what I'm missing with with Julius Peppers. Because realistically, right? If I wait, like, just think about it like this. If I wait until Zero Chill is over, I get rid of Michael Strahan, I get rid of Bruce Smith, I get rid of John Henderson, and I put in the proper players in those positions into the game, you will see a big difference with every gameplay that I give you. Because you'll start to see it. Like, you ever run the ball and a guy is spinning off your tackle? You know what I'm saying? Like, automatically, that was Julius Peppers every play. Now, LT does it also, but that's more of like that, speed rusher archetype that have the finesse move. They're just spinning off the tackles. So that's the immediate thing. Like with Alan Page, you ever run a blitz and have Alan Page out there and you're like, yo, how did he get in? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's happening. So look, ideally, if I keep these guys on the edge, Alan Page and Nick Bosa, not on the edge, but inside, like play them as D tackles, I'm going to have more success of any blitz that I'm running with those guys just simply because of their archetype. So I understand that, oh, bro, I got to get this Nick Bosa. I got to do it. He's going to be at 86 speed on my team, blah, blah, blah. Just don't do it. Don't do it right now. Relax, wait, chill out. because it's going to all be okay soon. Once everything is removed from the store with zero chill, then we're going to make moves. And ideally, we want all speed rushes with finesse. Doesn't matter about anything else. Because if you notice, you see like how I showed you the strength aspect between Julius Peppers and Michael Strahan? You'll find that this guy is getting past people and taking care of business more than Strahan does in game. And it's obvious. And many of you guys were saying the same thing, like, yo, bro, Julius Peppers is a god. But I had to figure it out, like, yo, what is going on? Why is a guy like John Randall's price not dropping? Why is Julius Peppers so good? Why was he always coming off the edge? That's why. Now, remember this. In the nickel defense that I run, double A gap, you can actually now send Patrick Willis off the edge, and he's going to scream, and you can still keep guys like, Julius Peppers on the inside. So ideally, because I have a 49er theme team, I have to be very careful of who I'm removing. But ideally, I could just keep these guys for now and just wait until everything else is set up, because I still have Alan Page and Nick Bosa that I can put on the inside with the speed rush chem. So they're going to cause a drastic problem for anybody there for the two inside and the double A gap. The outside guys are going to then be probably Lawrence Taylor, Patrick Willis, and then the my sub middle linebackers, I probably put, Derwin James, maybe Ryan Shazier for that. When it comes to stopping the run, it's the same thing. You don't get the same effect when you have, these power rushers, all that stuff, even though they have everything. So I'm just going to tell you right now, keep it on ice. All right, keep these guys on ice. Let's watch what their prices are. And then once we get a chance to get dudes that have, that archetype of speed rusher, I think that we will all be a lot better off, because I had no issues, stopping the run and doing things when I had my speed rushers as my core. Now, all of a sudden, everybody just running all over me. It could just be EA and the way the game is, but I'm telling you right now, Peppers made a very, very huge difference on the defensive side of the ball. So I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. I will be dissecting more things going forward. If you guys have any particular questions, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. Shout out to everybody that's having a good time for the new year. Happy New Year to all the viewers. I will see you guys very soon. Until next time, one love.